We are in the halfway point of the 2025 high school football season in the state of Louisiana and LHSAA. And the Hash It Out Show game of the week is continuing to grow strong. Thank y'all so much for all your support. We got two very good matchups again this week in week number 5. And we start off Thursday night between the John F. Kennedy Cougars and the John Ehret Patriots. We have the head coach of the John Ehret Patriots, Coach Willie Brooks. What's going on, Coach?
Doing fine, VK. Doing fine on a wonderful Tuesday morning.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a grinder, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go through the school day and then get ready for practice and everything. So coach has been so far, it's a tough season, but at the same time, they'll continue to work hard and everything. Last week, tough road trip against Bird, but at the same time, this week, short week, but you're preparing to try to get back in the winning mode more than anything else against John F. Kennedy. What you can say from last week going into this matchup this week?
Well, I tell you, VK, I know, being my first year coaching here, I know it's a transition, and the kids are getting accustomed to how we do things now, and it's been a kind of roller coaster deal. The last 3 out of 4 weeks we've been on the road, so we got an opportunity to. Find out a little bit more about our football team and playing against some, worthy opponents, some good guys, I think. And your pre-district is always, you want it to be a little challenging to kind of get you ready for your second season. Your second season is your district, and I think Thursday night test against Coach Linares L. Page and his crew also gives us that opportunity to find out things that we need to improve on, get better on. And I tell you what, I learned a lot of good things about my football team the last several weeks.
That's a really good thing. Can you tell us a little bit of what you're seeing on the positive side of things for John Everett going forward more than anything else? And I know a lot of time, I know Rome's not building a day, but at the same time, you see some things that, hey, this is pretty good. At the same time, that's something that could help us going forward.
Well, I take a coin from our homeboy from New Orleans. Sometimes you have to pivot, take a pivot, and find out things that you thought you knew that when you're playing against good opponents that, kind of give you an opportunity to reshape and redo things that you're doing. So we're going to be shuffling around a couple of lineups, things that we needed to find out. And I'd rather find these things out in the pre-district schedule, and when you're playing against good opponents, and particularly on the road, it gives you an opportunity to pivot a little bit to, revamp or maybe even reevaluate some of the things that you looked at. I tell you what positive is defensively, and even though we lost some games and the score may not indicate it, but I'm really impressed with our defense, particularly our defensive front, secondary. When you see those guys, they fly around with the football, and everything is new. BK, our offense, defense, special team, everything, and when you're looking at that, it's a buy-in with the kids. And the kids are really doing a really good job of buying in. We lost a couple of games that, in my opinion, no disrespect to the opponents we played, but, we self-inflicted a lot of things that happened, in particular, even in the Bird game last week, was self-inflicted. You might have saw us against Brother Morton. Brother Martin had about 90 yards of total offense, and we gave him 28 points just off of, snaps, stuff that we have corrected all of those things since then, but we still have more corrections to do. And this week right here, when we come out, kind of pivot again, we're gonna made a decision. We're gonna go with a new quarterback and a nice trim, and he has great potential, and I'm looking forward, to him doing great things also.
Understandable, understandable. Sometimes you gotta shake things up more than anything else. Kevin Davis talked a little bit earlier about the trip and everything, and he was saying, regardless of the fact win or lose, it was a great experience all around, um, player wise, student wise, and everything else. It's a rarity that sometimes a Jefferson Parish school gets a chance to get an opportunity to have a full game day experience, going to a college, going to certain places to prepare themselves for game night.
I tell you what, it was an excellent trip. Kevin Davis, my principal, is very right. We had a tremendous time. It was a long trip now, I'm gonna be honest with you. It was very long,
I can
but
understand because
it,
y'all was
it was
I seen
really
y'all buses about 6 something in the morning when I was at a Walmart. So I already know what time it is on that one.
yeah, it was a long trip, EK, I tell you. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Grambling was a host. They did a tremendous job. You know, another homeboy of ours and his Superman, Mickey Joseph, he did a tremendous job of allowing us to come up his facility, use his facility, walkthroughs. It was a great experience, totally. You know, the kids got an opportunity to see a little bit of HBCU, and we had an awesome time. Not only our football team, our band, and our support people came along. So it was. I've been in this parish for a long time. That was a wonderful, wonderful trip, and you know, but it was long. But the kids got something out of it.
And that's what it's all about, the kids more than anything else. I know it was, getting home to your family was not easy. They had to have it all Saturday. But
Yeah.
regardless of the fact, I know that was really good for you, for the school, for the kids. But looking at, I know the first couple weeks, tough for you. This, you go against Kennedy on Thursday, and it's a homecoming week and everything, but you take homecoming week as more like, hey, we got to focus on the game and everything. How it's been with the preparation and everything, especially on a short week, and then going against a very tough Kennedy team.
Yeah, I tell you what, yesterday was an install day, went tremendously well. The kids have the right attitude, man. They understand that we need to do the little things right. We'll do the little things right, then the big things gonna take care of themselves. No disrespect to Bird, Chalmette, Vanderbilt Catholic, none of those teams. You know, we did some wonderful things, some great things against those teams, but we have to be consistent, and we have to understand that coming off of a year that we came off last year. Now, moving forward, we have to be consistent. And I think that's the thing that the kids see. It's a play here, two or there. And then, we have to correct those things and mistakes. No disrespect to any of our opponents we played, but, John Eric, needs to not, be John Eric. And we've had a great, so far, preparation, because I know Coach Alpage is going to come out and his guys going to be ready. But I'll be honest with you, VK, our kids are kind of focused. We're not looking at no homecoming.
That sounds like a good thing. It sounds like a real good thing. I know a lot of former players and alumni is going to be probably coming through and stuff like that. I know you have an open door policy more than anything else for former players to come back. And I know there's going to be a lot more this week since it's homecoming week.
Oh, yes. I mean, it's homecoming week here. I think this afternoon, Norman Jefferson was a great LSU Green Bay Packer. He's coming to speak to the team today. And it's important to me that those guys come back and understand and talk about the history. Remember, a couple of weeks from now, we're going to be honoring 1985 state championship team. That's 40 years ago. And I'm looking forward to all those events happening. But we have work to do here, with this John Eric team and get this team back where I think we need to be at.
I can definitely understand that. You and Coach Elfage go way, way back. You
Yes.
was even coaching when he was a player. He talked about the high respect he has for you. I know you have a lot of respect for Coach Elfage, even when he was a player. What are your thoughts on Coach Elfage?
I tell you what, as a player, the nearest L page, and we laughed, like JT Curtis said, he was ridiculous. He was one of the best players I've ever coached against, period. Those Carver teams with Jack Phillips, he was the main guy. And Linares LPs, man, he always class. I mean, just a tremendous, tremendous player. As a coach, I'm so proud of him. The things that he's done at John F. Kennedy that have never been done for a long time. John F. Kennedy was a job that, most people considered a tough job to win at. And he has went in there and changed that culture and developed that winning attitude. And he's doing a tremendous job over there. and he's really good for high school football, particularly in the New Orleans area. So the respect that he has, I have just the amount, same respect for him. I love him.
I remember him as a player too, and he was tremendous as a player. And I still ain't forget the game he played against Rummel. I mean,
Yeah.
wow. I seen some great Rummel teams, but I ain't never seen Rummel got sliced and diced like that. So
Hey, he
that
went up to West Monroe and did the same thing.
he sure did. He sure
Yeah.
did. Can't forget about that too. But as a coach, he's done some great things. Now,
Yes.
last question. You know, if you guys can get it done on Thursday night, get a huge win, get some momentum going into district, what would it mean for you and your team to get a win on Thursday night?
Well, I think what we do, VK, is we focus on the little things, getting better on offense, getting better on defense, and taking care of those things. There's no disrespect to our opponent, but I feel like I tell them all the time, when we're playing at maximum level, I think everything else is going to take care of themselves. We can't be having things, making bad decisions and doing different things. We did that last week on the road to Bird. No disrespect to Bird at all. Like I said before, John Eric beat John Eric. We did some things that was, that we gotta get back in character. We gotta get this program back where it needs to be at, and we can't continue to keep doing the things that's gonna hurt us. So with that being said, playing against a good John F. Kennedy team is gonna help prepare us for next week and beyond as we coming into district. But it would be a huge thing for us to come out, be focused, play hard, play physical, and get the job done going into district.
John F. Kennedy and John Ehret will go at it Thursday night on the Hash It Out Show. Thursday night game of the week on JB the Sports Guy's YouTube. That this game will be exclusive on the JB the Sports Guy on YouTube. That'll be Thursday night. Jefferson Parish rules. It will be 6:15 pregame. The kickoff 6:30, not 7 o'clock, 6:30. Because every game every Thursday that's hosted by Jefferson Parish has to be played at 6:30. So please tune in live. We thank y'all for your support. It's been growing. Two more great games this week. Please come and tune in. We got some good ones. Coach Willie Brooks, we appreciate you joining us, and we wish you the best coming up this Thursday in a big homecoming game against Kennedy.
Thank you very much, VK, and great things